For this study, we're looking at What I've Done by Linkin Park. Really nice song. Starts with a cool picking intro, which sounds like this. And then it kicks into some distortion, so you're going to get some overdrive going, of which there's two guitars. The one guitar does something like this. And while the one guitar does that, the other one plays power chords. But before I talk too much, let's take you through step by step. It's got some nice clean chords as well. And let's get it working. So I'm going to focus more on my fretting hand for starters, and we're going to look at the cool, clean introduction. You're starting with your first finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and watch the middle finger for the 4. You do have the PDF that I sent through with, that I'm hoping you're looking at, and it's going to go 0 on the 3rd string, then 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and you're going to do it twice. Make sure all the strings ring. This is bad. You want them ringing. Now for the 4, all you do is bring that finger number 2, your middle finger, onto the 4th fret of the 2nd string and go to the 3. And then after that you do one more 0, 3. So super slow motion. Now you played it through I think 10 times in a row, while other guitarists do some pretty cool things in the background and the drums sort of introduce the song. And it's going to sound like this twice in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple as that. Now I just want to show you my picking patterns that you can use with your picking hand, because there are 2 ways to approach this. Your first option, you may use a pick like I'm going to here. And I pick down, up, because that up and down movement gives me a natural rhythm. So please try avoid downstrokes only. One more time, you can see close there. And you can hear I'm picking up a bit of speed just to show what it's going to sound like. Now if you don't like using, go back to fingers. And you can use the thumb for the open string and the first finger for the 2nd. Or it's super slow motion. Whichever you prefer, you go for. So it's a simple introduction, but a very powerful introduction. Next up, we're going to look at the power chords. Now I'm going to take us through the basic rhythm guitar power chords first. It's going to have a G5 power chord at fret number 3. The power chords will be on your PDF. This is your G sounding like. And it's all downstrokes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and simple downstrokes like that. When you change to the B flat, it needs to be a very quick and efficient move. So here we go. And we're there. So slow motion, this is what the hand should look like in the transition. You can see just very subtle string skip and its speed. When you go to the F, directly above it, that's the F. And the C, same efficient quick move, F to the C. The strumming pattern, all downstrokes, I'm going to show you now, and the trick is to watch out that you don't strum the wrong strings. Now this is one of the exceptions where everything just works well with downstrokes. So you're going to start G5, you can't see it now, I showed you earlier. You're strumming strings 6 and 5. And on that change you can see I went from string 6 and 5 to string 5 and 4. So from here, and change. When you go to the F, back to the 6th, and you end on C on the 5th string. So it's very important that you strum the wrong strings, otherwise some pretty strange stuff's going to happen. And I'd like you to try and play through with me, but I'm going to zoom out so you can get a bit of an overview now of left and right hands working together. And let me count you in so you can play along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... that's the rhythm guitar. Now there's quite a cool lead part which I'm going to show you now. Well, it's not actually a lead part, but it's the rhythm part played by the lead guitarist against what you've just learned. It's got some nice different power chord shapes that you don't normally use, some minor thirds and major thirds, but let me take you through that. We're going to focus on what this hand has to do. Watch the finger numbers, very important. Now we've got some nice stretches happening with this. This is the lead guitar part. You're starting with what looks like an upside down power chord, and the reason why I call it upside down is because that's your normal fifth shape that you've been playing all the time. You recognize this. We're going to swap strings. So first finger comes down, ring finger goes up. You may use pinky if you like as well, but I find the stretch is quite doable with 1 and 3, but 1 and 4, cool. This is what they call a minor third power chord, just simply called, in this particular case, G minor 3. It's going to sound like this. And you can hear that, I'm sure, in the background. So while the one guitar's going, the other guitar's going. Now that part there, I'm sitting at a very weird angle and trying my best not to fall off the chair. But all that's really happening from the top view is you can see finger 3 stays in the 5th fret and finger 1 comes to the 2nd fret. That's why I said maybe you might find it easier if you use the pinky and slide it across. There's only 2 strums in that, so you're going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So on the 4 and you got the change back, and you come back to the 5-3 for the second bar. Now at the end of the second bar, what's going to happen, you can either bring your pinky in, and you got the 3 and the 5 like that, or you can just put your first finger flat. You can choose. Now just quickly on the strumming hand, I just want to guide you through something with the strumming quickly. Very important that we keep your palm at the back as well. Not too much damping, you just want to have a hint of damping, and all down strokes. And there you can hear that double 5 that I mentioned as well. Let's get back to the fretting hand. Remember, down strokes the whole way through, just strumming strings 4 and 3 the whole way through for this particular part of the song. Okay, we spoke about the double 5 that I just finished off showing you now with the strumming hand. And let's walk you through the shapes again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, that's the stretcher. This is, by the way, called G2 because it's the root note in G, which is what my third finger is playing, and this is the second note of the G major scale. That's enough theory for now. Go back to the G minor third onto a G fourth, which is either like this, fingers 3 and pinky on the 5th string, or 5th fret, sorry, strings 4 and 3, or you can flatten the 3rd finger in the 5th fret against strings 4 and 3. Your choice. Once you've done that, you jump down to a major third shape, which is going to look like this. This is going to be a typical F3 or F major 3. They'll just call it F3 for short. Should sound like this. And there's no quick changes there. It's just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then from there you change them to a basic E, which is just the middle finger, or you can even use your first finger. I'm not going to be too fussy there. I just like the middle finger because I was on the 3rd fret. So the slide, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. But you stop on the 3 and to come back to the F. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you go back to the minor third again. It's that easy. Okay. Any questions, you drop me a WhatsApp and we'll help you out. Now the next step, we're going to go to clear sound. So we're going to have some nice G minor chords, B flat majors, to Fs, to C minors. So when you start singing, in this farewell, there's no blood, that part there, you're playing clear chords. Now the diagrams are also there, but a lot of bar type chords, half bar chords if you want to call it, because it's not a full bar chord. Although if you're good with full bar chords and you want to play them, that'll be bonus. G minor, I'll play my B flat differently. I put my pinky flat across all 3 strings, but that's the more conventional way, but my fat fingers don't like this. So I replace fingers 2, 3 and 4 with my pinky going back like it. Works just as well. From there to F, don't need to move. And from there we're going to go to C minor. On that part of the song, just really one strum. So if you take it the bar chord way, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and again and 1 and 2 and 3 and B flat 1 and 2 and 3 to F and 1 and 3 and C minor 2 and 3 and 4. It's as simple as that. Okay, the song itself from there on plays through quite easily. If you have any questions, let me know. What I've shown you so far are the basic tools and basic structures. It's all you really need to know if you want to play what I've done really, really well. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Have an excellent week. Thank you.